I should start off with I think I did CSPO recently in June, and this was as part of my organization's process where they do reimburse it. And initially, when I started off, I wanted to do it more of a checkbox also because it is something that I do on a day-to-day basis. And there were a lot of things that I would do, but I did not know the technical terms for those. So the trainings of CSPO and A-CSPO kind of helped structure those terminologies and the process in my head. And I think when I started off A-CSPO yesterday, I did notice there was a lot of overlap from CSPO. And initially, I was hesitant as to is it going to be a repeat? Are we going to do the same topics again, but in detail? But later on, when I started noticing that it is deep diving into the strategy part of it, which made a lot more sense to me later on, that you first establish the basis with CSPO, and then in A-CSPO, you kind of deep dive into the strategy part of it. So yeah, uh, in a better shape now with regards to the role of product manager that I play. So I'll be able to relate to a lot of topics when I get back to my desk starting tomorrow. So yeah, thank you so much for this.
Yeah, thank you so much. There are a lot of trainers who don't have the depth of the product management. So what happens in the CSPO, they keep repeating all that sprint planning, daily scrum, sprint review, retrospective. And many of the time it's a waste of time for people in CSPOs. But I do at go at a different level in CSPO. So I have to revise because there are some people who have not attended my CSPO. And then I have to bring them on the same page. Otherwise, they will, because I go at completely different levels. Even advanced CSPO, people don't go into these levels what I do. So therefore, I had to cover that basic portion in the first 1 hour or so. I had to complete that off and get everybody on the same page. So that was the intent of that 1 hour quick CSPO revision.
And one more thing to add on, actually, I remember the day I completed my CSPO, I have a very good working relationship with my superior, who is actually a director from the UK. And I remember as I went back, we were speaking about it. So organization-wise, he's the product owner and the product manager, and then we have a team under me. So I remember I had a conversation with him where I shared the storyboarding process with him with the screenshots that I took, and him and I, we're both from business, right? So we don't really understand how the storyboarding, etc., is done. So I remember showing him these are how story points are allocated to based on the building structures, etc. And he was so curious about it. It just went on to, it was supposed to be a 15-minute call. It ended up being a 1 hour call with us discussing all that I had done. So it ended up being a recap for me in a way. So yeah, I just wanted to share that as well.
Great experience. Thank you so